Happy 100th episode, everybody. Welcome to the 1 hour, one brain cell podcast, where we started this podcast because we are in a charity case because Jordan needs new socks. Welcome to the show, everybody. That was not the intro that I had planned. I came up with that on the spot. But would you like to explain?
Yeah, well, first of all, we don't know what your intro was gonna be. We may never know. You told me before the show, you're like, I had something really awesome cooked up, and then I didn't write it down, and then I forgot it.
Yes.
So, you know what? I will show this on the condition that I better not see this on Feet Finder anywhere on the internet, or I'll take the whole internet down with me. I'll get into the server room with a hatchet, and I will break it open, and I will take this off the internet. But I have a hole in a handful, which means most of my socks, and it's in the heel. I will tell you that it's in the heel, so that makes it a little bit better. And I didn't really notice until I just had like a weird feeling, like I had a little too much traction in my shoes. Here it is. There it is.
Why are you still wearing it?
Because it still covers the whole rest of my foot, which is cold because it's not been above freezing here for like 2 weeks.
I don't know why I'm making fun of you for this because I used to have the same exact.
Wrong with this.
I had the same exact problem, and then it hasn't been happening lately. I think because I have better socks now. I guess but I used to get holy socks like all the time, and my mom would make fun of me for it all the time. So she would get me new socks for Christmas every year. So I don't know if I should be making that much fun of you, but the funniest part is that there's a hole in your sock and you are still going about your day without changing it out for a sock that does not have a hole in it. You could just throw it out.
But what's the problem? There's nothing wrong with
there's a giant
wearing
hole
with a hole. You can't tell
on
unless
your heel.
I show you the heel of my foot and say, look, I got a hole in this thing.
You are walking around your house. You are walking around your house with a massive hole on your heel.
Okay. It's my house. I can do whatever I want here. I pay rent. You don't. Whatever. Happy 100th episode. My mom is currently having a crisis over this, by the way. Like, as we're doing this whole segment, she's texting me and, like, in all caps says, get rid of the other ones. And she sent me something to be delivered Wednesday. It's not a crisis. They're still perfectly good socks. They can go inside of a shoe.
No, they're not.
I'll throw them out once I get better ones, but I'm not going to throw them out preemptively.
You're not going to... What about, like... You can't... They're just like, if you have a hole in your shirt, you can't wear the damn shirt again.
You probably can. Like, what if you're painting your house? Like, you want to wear a shirt that has a hole in it that you're never going to wear. Unless it's, like, egregious. But, like, you never slept in a t-shirt with a hole in it? I have.
Yeah, probably, yes.
Sure. It doesn't affect the work of the life of the garment might be shorter than it was in the past. It's still a t-shirt. It's still a sock. My right sock is fine. I'm 75% intact, brother.
You're too much. You're too much. I swear we've like flip-flopped the dynamic of the show. Usually it's like you being the adult in the room making fun of me for being
They're
unserious.
Just socks. It's not that deep. Maybe your recent birthday has bestowed upon you a wisdom and experience beyond your years that you didn't previously own. Everyone say happy birthday, Richie, by the way. That was yesterday.
Thank you.
Yeah. Maybe he'll finally figure out how to tie his shoes in a way that stops him from coming undone every 30 seconds in public. You want to fight? I got ammo.
Okay. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. There we go. Got him.
Jordan almost forgot it was my birthday yesterday. I would just like to point that out too.
That's true. I literally almost did, and I felt really bad as soon as I realized because I didn't look at a calendar until approximately 3 p.m. yesterday. I didn't have anything to do. Like, why was I bothering? And I paid my rent and stuff the day before, and I just like wasn't thinking about it. And I'm like, oh my God, I almost forgot my co-host's birthday. So I made a very quick Instagram post and texted you. My mom texted. We revived the
Yes.
Little Debbie's group chat for this. So we mobilized. We made it work. But
Yeah.
it was in the spirit of things related to you. I think it was par for the course. That I was just a little bit late on that thing, but still made it on time. But did
Yes.
procrastinate until about the last minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be able to speak on that because I did buy your Christmas gifts at like 11, like I said, at like 12:30 a.m. like the day before Christmas, like Christmas Eve
Yeah.
morning or something.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, we can
still
move on
arrived.
now. We can move on now. We got that. We got all that out of the way now. All of our bickering out of the way.
Yeah, we've aired grievances. We're good. Festivus.
Yeah, yeah. Love is in the air. Valentine's Day is around the corner, so we just bicker for the first 7 minutes of the show.
Literally. We get to talk about our favorite ships again this year. That's still one of my favorite segments that we've ever done. Cause you pulled a rabbit out of a hat there.
Yes, I don't know. Again, sometimes my brain doesn't function and or work, and then sometimes it does, and it makes for great comedy. And
That
instance
particular
it did.
day, you were like struck with divine inspiration. I don't know where it came from, but I'm sure glad we got it on camera.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, we'll have some divine intervention on this show because we are celebrating our 100th episode. And now we promise we would do something big for the 100th episode, but in fine form for Jordan and I, we procrastinated, and so we will give you a celebratory extravaganza at some point in the intervening several months.
Yeah, we're propping up very early early and late, I guess, simultaneously. It's Schrodinger's 100th episode. We're we're recording this now at number 100 with the promise that forthcoming later, we're gonna do like a big stream extravaganza once all of our schedules shake out and allow time for such a thing. That we'll play some games, we'll do some streaming, we'll donate some to charity. It'll be a good time. But we're platforming it early, so we're giving you guys like 7 weeks notice for
Yeah,
this thing.
yeah. We gotta prop up. We gotta prop up the show Twitch account so we can get people following. And yeah, and then we got to figure out what games to play. There's some good ones out there. Some ridiculous co-op games that we could play and yell at
Correct.
each other again.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be a good time. So we're letting you know super early on that front and super late on this front. That feels right for us.
Maybe we'll play Fortnite and by then they'll have the Tate McRae Fortnite skin.
I think we should. We did miss out on Sabrina Carpenter, but we'll back it up with something else. I don't know what, but something. That was my favorite text I received from you yesterday, just in the most broken, like not grammatically correct fashion. That when I had sent you the list of things, you just texted me back and said, "When Tate." Not a question mark. It was literally just those two words. It's like, well, good news. I could tell you, but
And I still missed it too because I was away. I was out getting my coffee yesterday, and so I didn't make it back in time for the category. I didn't miss
was
anything.
AFK. No, you didn't. Yeah, you said, did we lose? I was like, yeah, we lost. But it was to Lady Gaga, so that's not really losing. That's competing.
Yes.
It's putting up a good fight in a category.
Yeah. Speaking of the Grammys, those happened on Sunday. I didn't watch any of it. Because some of us have to work on Sundays.
That sucks.
So I didn't watch any of it. The only thing, you know what? The only thing that I saw from the Grammys was, and it wasn't live, but it was well after the fact. It's that when Cher was announcing one of the award winners, she said the winner was Luther Vandross.
Yeah, famously not with us anymore. But heavily sampled, and the song that the song of the year or record of the year, I get those two mixed up and they feel like the same thing to me, but they're not. Was named after Kendrick Lamar and SZA's Luther. Great song, by the way. But yeah, Cher like got on stage and got this Lifetime Achievement Award, and then just forgot that she was also presenting a category immediately after that, and like didn't really announce the nominees very well, and then said that yeah, Luther Vandross won the award, which is not a thing. But you know what? Good try, girl.
Yeah.
That was a surprise that she was there.
Good for her. Like I said, she's almost 80. So she can do whatever she wants at this point.
Sure. Cher's 79.
Crazy.
There you go.
All right. What else happened at the Grammy Awards that you'd like to talk about to fill me in on?
I watched most of it. I watched a good chunk of the premiere ceremony, of which I texted Richie and I was like, just for giggles, like, should I pick a winner from all of the categories? Like literally all of them. We were down in best immersive audio, best spoken word poetry. Like, I was just picking things. I've not heard any of these. But I did get out with, what was my total? My total was, oh no, we have too many texts. 26 of 69 that were announced at the premiere show, which honestly is not really bad considering that I haven't heard many of these categories.
Yes.
But I got most of the major ones correct, like the film scores and the best rap song or rap album. Musica Urbana, I got correct. I got, some of those categories where there very clearly was like a heavyweight artist in them. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but it did make me feel like perhaps that's also how the Grammy voters were deciding who wins some of these awards, is based on whether or not they recognize the name on the tagline. Yeah. So I did okay on those segments. The premiere show was all right. It does make me somewhat regretful that not everybody shows up to the pre-show, and some of these artists are winning their very first Grammy, and they absolutely deserve to have the platform to have a speech and have their moment. I understand that we can't televise everything, but you should tell them that they should show up, I think, or highly encourage that for anybody that might be waffling on attending. So some of that was okay. They had some decent live performances on the televised show, which honestly was more performances than it was actual awards. I think they only gave out like 9 or 10 awards on the main show, and the rest of it was like Trevor Noah's hosting, which was pretty good, and live performances. And they did make all of the best new artist candidates perform like back to back to back. Which was honestly kind of a big brain move, because I recognize that the voting's already over, but it does let you kind of get a sense for all of them directly compared to one another. And some were good and some were bad. They got Lauryn Hill and Wyclef Jean. That was a solid performance. Yeah, some were good, some were bad. The pre-show was all right. They had Earth, Wind, and Fire on the pre-show. They, like, opened the pre-show. Like, what? That's how we're going to start things? All right, cool. What else? As far as the main show... Oh, one more thing about the pre-show. Zara Larsson, we love Zara Larsson. Zara Larsson slayed and should have made the main performance. She did a tremendous job. They had her do, like, a stripped-back kind of acoustic version of Midnight Sun. and it was amazing. And everybody that I saw on the internet was in agreement that it was amazing. And they were like, you know what? Don't bring those white people pop stars up here anymore unless they can sing like this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was just funny. Like the consensus of the internet was like, honestly, hell yeah, Zara Larsson. She's great. Yeah, so that was a bullet point I had. Should have been on the main telecast. Tate did lose. Sabrina got snubbed. She was, I believe, 0 for 6.
Damn.
I was not expecting her to win some of the major categories against some of those heavyweights, but she was nominated for some stuff along the line, like music video or whatever, and I don't know. I thought she had a chance there. So not a great night for Sabrina, unfortunately. Billie Eilish somehow won with a song that was released in 2024 that I couldn't tell you what it sounds like. I listened to this whole Billie Eilish record when it came out. I to this day could not tell you what that song sounds like, and it just won a Grammy because it got like re-released as a single or something. I don't know if we should be allowed to do that.
Right.
But okay, beyond me. So that won for, I believe, Song of the Year. I believe that won Song of the Year. So that won one of the big 4 categories.
Yeah.
Which is hysterical to me. And also, why are we still pretending that Anxiety by Doechii is the best song ever? We've talked about this on the podcast before. Yeah. I like Doechii. I like her Alligator Bites Don't Heal or Never Heal record. I don't like this song. Because it's mostly not hers. It's extrapolated from somebody I used to know, and really strongly so.
Yes.
But that one for music video. So, okay. I would like to make an extrapolation here that may or may not be appropriate. You know that I'm ride or die for Lady Gaga since I was a child. This was my first concert. Since I was debatably too young to be listening to some of these Lady Gaga songs and processing the lyrics to such. That came out in 2008. The Fame came out in 2008, and that is the record famously off of which Just Dance and Poker Face were born, and this brand new star was ushered into pop culture. She's never won one of the major categories for Record of the Year, Album of the Year, or I believe either Song or Artist. There's like 3 of the 4 major categories that she's never won. And thinking about her body of work, that feels absurd. Just, even if I don't know that much about music, which I think you and I do, we try hard to stay on the pulse of stuff, music-wise. It is absolutely crazy to me that someone who is not only a generational pop star, but a performer through and through, and somebody who constantly is reinventing what it means to be on the edge of producing new music and doing new things and having a narrative and just is sort of the consummate professional at that, has never been honored with one of those categories, is absolutely crazy to me. And I was going to extrapolate it. I was like trying to explain it to somebody. I'm like, you know what? It feels a lot like Bill Belichick not making the first ballot Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Like, okay, ignoring my personal biases here, but like, even if you hate the guy, his resume as a coach, like, it feels like sometimes with these Grammy voters that they are exercising their own personal thoughts and feelings and opinions about an artist versus truly who should be honored with these awards for making the biggest impacts and contributions to music, or it's purely name recognition or something else, right? Belichick not being a first ballot Hall of Famer feels like a personal vendetta against him versus looking at truly his resume and his scope as a coach, which I think belongs in the Hall of Fame. Love him or hate him. He's got tons of records. He's like second all-time wins only to Don Shula and has been to like 9 Super Bowls or something crazy. Over 300 wins. Resume speaks for itself. I think Lady Gaga's resume speaks for itself. And with that said, I do agree, and I think that Bad Bunny should have won the categories that he won. I also love that record. And I think whether or not you believe that it was like a political statement or a current climate or culture statement, it's great for him. That was the first ever Spanish language album to win the award. He's a great artist. His community is ride or die for him, and it does sort of make a statement that's like, we're listening, we see this, we recognize the power that music has to influence and mobilize a community, and this sort of sense of togetherness through music that I do believe he should have won. I would have been ecstatic if Lady Gaga had pulled away with that award this year, but either way, I was going to be happy. I do think it's very well deserved. I don't understand the discourse toward him that I've been seeing on social media, all of that. So I think for the most part, they got that stuff right. And I don't always agree with the Recording Academy on the things that they choose to nominate or the things that they choose to award. But in the terms of most of the major categories last night, I think they got it right.
Seemingly, I think so too. Just going through the list here, they did pretty well. My favorite winner, of course, was the Dalai Lama, who won a Grammy.
Can you believe that?
I'd really like to know what happened. Like, did they send it to him? Is he actually going to get what is the Dalai Lama?
Right, because isn't the Dalai Lama it's like an inherited title? It's like the Pope.
Yeah.
So theoretically, this big gold Grammy Award trophy is just going to be like sitting in the mountains in Tibet somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know a darn thing about the Dalai Lama, but that is hysterical to me that the Dalai Lama has a Grammy. Before ABBA.
Yes.
ABBA does not have a Grammy. The Dalai Lama has a Grammy before ABBA.
You said that to me yesterday.
What in the world? What in the world? Yeah, there's tons of amazing artists that have never been awarded for a Grammy. I think part of it is industry spectacle. And I think for a lot of those artists, they're like, whatever, we're going to keep making whatever we want to make, regardless of whether they decide to give us a trophy for it or not, which is as you should. I can't believe ABBA doesn't have a Grammy.
Unreal. Yeah. You know what? ABBA has a Grammy in our hearts.
It does.
And one of them was a Formula One driver. So there's that too.
So true. I genuinely think that if you looked at the map of streams of ABBA in 2026, the biggest hotspot in the world, other than Sweden, presumably, is in Bloomington, Indiana.
Yes.
I would not be surprised. I genuinely would not.
I agree with that. That's funny.
Live, laugh, love, Fernando.
Great interview bit that he did with whoever that was. I don't even know who that was, but that was
it was Duluth Trading Company, but I don't know who the dude is. I'm not.
I remembered the intro I was going to do because it actually relates to that. Okay, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah. There we go. We got it. Okay, we're going to start the show over again. Okay, here we go.
Over. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. If this doesn't pay off as being good.
I don't have a clapboard. I wish I did that we could mark. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. It's our 100th episode, everybody. Welcome to the 1 Hour 1 Brain Cell podcast, where Jordan and myself both love 12 personnel. Let's go. All right, welcome.
The intro again.
Welcome to 1 Hour 1 Brain Cell, everybody. This is our 100th episode celebration.
There you go. I had one more confetti popper.
Jordan just shut off a popper.
Yeah, I thought I should probably use my confetti. I had one more of those left from probably our 1 year episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. That was
There we go.
excellent.
Yeah. Thank goodness I actually remembered it because banger, banger.
Banger. That interview was so funny. He just was I choose to believe that he was not prepared ahead of time for the questions that guy was going to ask, but that he completely out-weirded this guy at his own game just by being painfully earnest in the way
Yeah.
that he always is in interviews. He might be one of the greatest dudes of all time.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see what happens in the future for Fernando Mendoza.
My favorite bit of that is at the very end when he's like, "Hey, yeah, you have to tell me tell me that I'm not into you or whatever," and it is like, sorry, you're just not my type. I like 12 personnel." So good.
I like the one where they made him send messages to people in the future that was like, tell Coach Sig that you still believe him even through the cheating allegations that are like bound to arrive. Like, and then one where it was like, one to yourself after you've thrown your first ever touchdown pass. One to yourself after your first season when you get to go to Cabo San Lucas. And then you've been kidnapped by the cartel. Who do you want to like come get you for ransom? And it just spiraled out of control so quickly. He's like, do you have a Coach Signetti impression? It's like, yeah, but I don't do it because I would get benched. It's like, I don't know. Why is his face always doing that? I don't know. He's got like maybe he has like a jaw thing. He just like kind of quirks an eyebrow. Like, I love it. The whole thing was very good.
So funny. Number one overall pick to the Raiders, who hired their coach this week.
Yeah. Some other teams have been hiring. Cardinals hired your offensive coordinator.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Because if you can't beat them, you might as well join them.
Well, the Cardinals aren't beating anybody, so.
Good luck.
So we're all clear.
Yeah, I will say that every other offensive coordinator that Sean McVay has been poached for head coaching positions over the last decade, and they all are all successful. So,
yeah.
Best coach ever? Question mark. First ballot Hall of Famer? Question mark.
I don't know. If Bill Belichick isn't, then who is? Yeah, the
Correct.
Raiders, I think the new Raiders head coach has a connection with Mike Shanahan, who is one of the Indiana coordinators. Clint Kubiak, he has a connection with Mike Shanahan in the same sort of coaching tree. That should be interesting. I think he'll be good at developing a quarterback, which is what they need.
I think he's going to be dude. He managed to turn Sam Darnold into a Super Bowl level quarterback. Like,
yeah,
you have to be pretty dang good if you can scheme up an offense to turn that guy into one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, like he has been in the playoffs, and he was in the NFC Championship game, which was ridiculous, and I don't want to talk about. But so just hopefully the GM there knows what they're doing and gets Fernando an offensive line, because I think those Kubiak and Fernando with Brock Bowers at tight end, Ashton Genty at running back.
Yep.
Yeah, they got some dudes there. So,
yeah, maybe they still need some skill position help, but more than anything, they need offensive line.
Yes. As we saw with Indiana, big deal.
Mm-hmm. Important. Yes. Very important.
Very important. Are we still planning on going to a Raiders game this year? Is that?
I like Vegas. Vegas likes me. Vegas likes you. I think. I don't know. Sure. Hell yeah. It's not on the Strip, which is like a little bit less exciting. Yeah. It's just this like big giant kind of eyesore off the freeway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we should go. True. I don't know what their schedule is, but
The Rams are playing in Vegas this year, actually.
Ooh, all right.
I don't know if
Raiders
I want to show up
schedule.
to a Raiders game wearing an opposing team's jersey, though. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that might not
I
be a great idea.
fear for my life. I never would have
I
done
don't.
it in Oakland, but
Yeah, I'm like
Vegas
they're
might.
in Las Vegas now. Maybe that's like more chill.
Yeah, I mean, if I sit up in the last row of the upper deck, and just where it's empty seats, I can't wait.
Hmm. Yeah, we'll see when the schedule comes out. Let's take a good look.
Hop in the hoopty, the new hoopty.
I wouldn't call it that anymore. It feels like a fully serviceable car at this moment.
Without a whistle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not broken down, it's not busted. She's great. She has CarPlay.
Yes.
What more could you
Y-
want?
Yes, exactly.
Does it still have that set of golf clubs in the back? Question mark.
no, no, no. I
That's
took those
good.
out.
Okay. That's good. My mom still thinks that was really funny that like we were struggling to put all the luggage in the car. You're like, yeah, I don't really have a place in my house for these golf clubs. They just live in my car. She's like, oh my God. I'm letting you two drive together to a different state. Oh no. Yep.
Now I did take the golf clubs out, and I did find some space in a closet. So
Excellent. All right.
so we're good.
Yeah, we're so on the up for that.
The funny thing is that those golf clubs, and that particular golf bag are my dad's, and they're at least I am like 95% sure that the clubs and the bag are older than you are. I'm pretty sure they're at least 30 years old. Kid you not.
So you go to take a swing with one of those and just hack the head right off. Yeah,
It could be. Yes.
I don't know. We've not tried.
Yeah, yeah. Most of my friends actually are somewhat they go golfing on a somewhat regular basis, like once a month or something.
Hmm.
And I'm always reluctant to join them. Number one, because I'm not that good, and number two, I have, like I said, I'm lugging around this stuff from 30 years ago. It's like,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Like, imagine picking up a hockey stick from 30 years ago. That's
Yeah,
not gonna.
it weighs
It's like
9 pounds and
piece
very
of
well
wood.
might just be a tree branch. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm with
that
it. I'm with.
shatters on impact.
I understand. You're speaking my
Speaking of,
language here.
yeah, speaking of, have you acquired the rest of your equipment yet? Are we still waiting on
I'm
some? Or?
close. I'm actually close. I'm waiting on. What am I waiting on? I'm waiting on gloves and pants. They're in transit, but given how bad the weather has been
Yeah,
here, everything is super delayed and like not moving anywhere from any US mail facility.
yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see when that stuff gets here. I did pick up for a really great deal a PWHL hockey bag,
Ooh,
which is kind of sick. It was like $35.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, give me one of those.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a better deal than most stuff I'm gonna find, to be honest. Like, unless it's totally shredded on like the secondary market. So we'll see. I'm close, but I've also been like stuck inside, so I really can't do anything about it. Like, I need to take my skates up and get them sharpened and like baked to my foot, but the whole state froze over. So I wasn't about to drive an hour north and then like get
Yeah,
stuck there. So
yeah.
I'm gonna wait. I'm in waiting mode. But things are coming.
Right.
Things are happening. I did get a stick. I probably have to get it cut though. Too tall.
Oops.
Not by a lot. No, that tends to happen actually. Like as long as you don't have to cut it down a lot, that's pretty standard.
Yeah,
That's like if I had bought a giant adult stick with a crazy flex and then had to cut it down a lot, I wouldn't be able to bend the thing.
mm-hmm.
But as it stands, it's probably like about an inch and a half.
Yeah.
So not much.
Alright.
Yeah. I don't know that much about player gear. I'm learning all this on the fly, so we'll see. All this for me to just fall down like repeatedly. But at least I'll be safe doing it.
Yes, correct. Okay, let's see. What else do we got in the offing? Oh yeah, today is February 2nd, which is Groundhog Day. And you have a bone to pick with Mr. Punxsutawney.
I do. On this Bill Murray day. Punxsutawney Phil, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to go ahead and walk back what you said this morning, which is that I believe you think you saw your shadow, which typically means to the rest of us 6 more weeks of winter. Now, Calgary, Alberta, Canada has been warmer than where I currently live for like the last week and a half. Okay. These snowdrifts outside, they're not moving. They're not melting until March at this rate in time. It has been bitterly cold. My hands are dry and cracked within an inch of their life from just trying to exist out here. I spend 10 minutes warming up my car every morning before I can go anywhere because I can't see because there's a sheet of ice on it. And you mean to tell me, you little scrappy rodent over here, that we're getting 6 more weeks of this? All I'm asking is for the temperature to be above freezing for more than like 2 hours during the day. The sun is coming out and it's doing nothing.
Yeah.
The sun is doing nothing. It's not warming anything up. It's not melting anything. And you crawled out of that warm, cozy hole that you live in for the other 12 months at minus a day out of the year. And you tell me that we got 6 more weeks of this. I'm going to give you one chance to change your mind. Because if you don't, I could use a nice new fur coat, perhaps. Or, spices were on sale. Look, people are out here on the internet calling for the groundhog's life. And I'm about ready to join them. I'm going to stick him in the air fryer and I want a side of fries with Punxsutawney Phil. You don't understand what it's like out here, brother. Don't play this game with me. Don't play this game with me, rodent. Go back to where you came from. I'm very happy if you're wrong, is what I'm going to settle on. He's only right like 35% of the time, by the way. I looked up the statistics. I was researching this today. Mm-hmm. He's right like 35% of the time, which is not very much. But as the legend goes, Punxsutawney Phil has been alive since 1889. This specific groundhog is what they try to tell you. They tell you he's got it's like a magic life elixir that they give him every year. And it prolongs his life. So they're trying to make us believe that this specific groundhog is approximately 130 years old. No chance. No shot. There's simply no way. And rooted in misogyny about the groundhog, Punxsutawney Phil is rooted in misogyny. He has a wife. And I haven't been able to read anything about whether they give Phyllis the magic life elixir either. They're just letting this guy live for 130 years and like every 2 to 6 average lifespan of an outdoor groundhog, he gets a new wife. Why don't we let Phyllis live forever also?
This is wild.
He had kids last year. In 2024, Punxsutawney Phil had kids. It was like the first time he'd been a dad in like 100 years, so they say. The lore of this stupid groundhog is absolutely crazy to me. And also the name of the place where he lives is Gobbler's Knob.
Gobbler's Knob?
Right. He lives in a library for the other 11 months and 364
Phil emerges
days.
from his temporary home on Gobbler's Knob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like Mike the Tiger at LSU, where like he lives in a zoo except for when they need him for football games. Yeah. Punxsutawney Phil lives in this little habitat attached to a library in Pennsylvania. And you mean to tell me that we're getting 6 more weeks of winter? How do you know this? You haven't even been outside.
Wait, hold on a second. The inner circle. There's an inner circle? What the hell?
No, this is sounding like a cult. Hold on. Read what you're going to read.
The event is organized by the Inner Circle, recognizable by their top hats and tuxedos, who communicate with Phil to receive his prediction.
Is this like the Freemasons, but like weird?
The Inner Circle disowned the babies from ever inheriting their father's position. What the hell is this?
Whoa! What?
Who are these people?
Who are you to decide? It's Punxsutawney Phil's legally born children.
What the
Oh
hell?
my god. We're just ignoring the royal bloodline here?
Unreal.
Oh my gosh. Horrible. You guys are all learning so much about the groundhog today.
Yeah. I didn't know any of this. This is crazy. Also, there's also here on the Wikipedia page the inner circle. Come up with a better name, for goodness sakes. The inner circle claims a 100% accuracy rate and an approximately 80% accuracy rate in recorded predictions. If a prediction is wrong, they claim that the person in charge of translating the message must have been a mistake in their interpretation. Yeah, so if you get it wrong, you get excommunicated.
You get, yeah.
You were
might
the
get
outer
beheaded.
circle.
Literally, like, it's the people like holding up the groundhog at the 6-week mark, and they're like, "Hey, Phil, looks like it's kind of spring, buddy." And there's like a gunshot outside, but hey, that's probably unrelated. Like, hey, where's Keith? I don't know. We haven't seen him since last spring.
Empirical estimates place the groundhog's accuracy between 35 and 41%, which you alluded to earlier.
There is a groundhog on Staten Island that's like 80% right.
See also Buckeye Chuck,
Buckeye Chuck.
General Beauregard Lee, Gus the Groundhog, Staten Island Chuck.
Yeah, Staten Island Chuck is mostly right, I think. But he also saw his shadow. Oh my god, we're screwed. I can't do 6 more weeks of winter, guys. I can't. Anyway, official spring is like March 20th, so we just gotta make it. But if we check back in 6 weeks and it's still cold out, I want that groundhog medium rare with a side of fries on a pretzel bun. Do you think like people call the library in Pennsylvania and they like send like hate mail? They get like angry phone calls.
No, because the inner circle intercepts all those messages.
That is so sketchy.
Mm-hmm. You know the other thing that caught my eye about this is there's Punxsutawney Phil's predictions, and it's like listed all of them since 1886. Mm-hmm. And there's one that is colored red on here in 1942, and it says the reason why is, quote, war clouds have blacked out parts of the shadow.
Oh, what? In Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
As far as I know, like World War II didn't happen in Pennsylvania. Okay. You know what? Hell yeah.
I mean, it was 1942, so that was only a month, 2 months, a little less than 2 months after Pearl Harbor. So,
yeah. Sure. But like, anyway, you would know Ken Burns' World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. There's your Punxsutawney Phil for the day.
For the year. I don't want to talk about this ever again.
I want to see a Ken Burns documentary on the inner circle for Punxsutawney Phil. Give me like 8 hours. Give me like 8 hours on the entire like inner workings of the inner circle.
Ken Burns is 72. Yeah. He's barely younger than Cher. One of the things that comes up when you Google Ken Burns is, why does Ken Burns have that haircut? I'm sorry, Ken.
It's been the same for like 30 years, so.
Yeah, it's like his Beatles bowl cut.
Yeah. All right. Let's go back to music for a minute. I have some show and tell for you.
All right,
because,
let's do it.
Yeah, I got in the mail today something that I bought a while back.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Kind of hard to tell on
Yeah.
on the camera here, but yeah, this pressing is like awesome. But anyway, yeah, this is the Sinners score from the GOAT, Ludwig Göransson.
Ludwig
So
Göransson, two Grammys yesterday, both for Sinners.
the other one is black with a little marbling on there.
Yeah, I like that sort of marble red. That's pretty.
What the frick is calling me? Deny.
It's the inner circle. Hang up.
They're on to me. Um,
They're on to us. Run.
yes, I actually rewatched Sinners last week in theaters. Only the second time I've seen it. I didn't go back and rewatch it while I was in theaters, so like I haven't seen it since I first saw it back in like April or whatever, whenever it first came out. And that movie just still rocks, dude. It's such a great movie. I got my 4K in this week as well, so I'm like
Oh, nice.
all wrapped up in the Sinners love this week.
As you
This
should.
is,
That's
I
a
got
good
this
movie.
I got this for a steal too, because Amazon was doing a sale where you can get 3 4K discs for like $33. So this price is like $30 and it's kind of hard to find, honestly. So I picked this up for damn near for free at this point. Like so absolute steal.
All right. That is a good price.
I picked it up along with I got The Shining and then Batman Returns as well. So those are my three
Okay.
I picked up this time.
Boy movies. I feel it though. I get it.
The Shining is for everybody.
The Shining is for everybody. The Shining is especially for Good Boy Daisy fans. That was a great music video they did.
Yeah, yeah.
The Shining is for the people. Speaking of which, they posted something on their Instagram story the other day that was like a screenshot of presumably like an email, and it was like, get ready for your upcoming release. And none of us know what it is, but it's probably an album. Let's go. That is such good news.
Yes, yes. They are playing here in Phoenix here in a couple weeks at the end of the month.
You're taking a sick day.
And I'm probably not coming into work that day.
Nice.
'Cause last time they were in town, I think they played on a Sunday, and I had to work on Sunday, so I couldn't go.
Yeah, I do think it was a Sunday.
So yeah, I'm excited for that too. Okay, what else we got in here? Tracks of the week. We had new Noah Khan last week. Great Divide, the lead single from his new record.
Yep.
Good track. Great track.
Great.
We are
track.
so back.
We are so excited for Noah Khan tour, except that he adds to the growing list of artists that refuse to come to Indianapolis for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But I signed up for pre-sale for Cincinnati. That's close enough. It's like a 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
I can make that. I may be assembling friends. We're debating, but like we're trying to get a team together of like 4 or 5 people to go that I think would be
You're
really fun.
assembling an inner circle of people, one could say.
Yeah. I'm very Nick Fury. I'm assembling a team. But I think that'll be fun if we manage to get tickets. It's at he's doing baseball stadiums, which I think is most of what he did last time. So good capacity, lots of capacity.
Yeah.
I've actually never seen a concert at a baseball stadium. My parents have been to a handful at Chase Field, and they're okay, but like obviously everything is going to be a little bit far, and the sound is going to be a little bit subject to the venue, but I think it would still be cool. Noah did a live from Fenway Park album release, I think last year. That was very good. So he's gonna put on a show. We're excited for that.
Actually reminds me, I need to sign up for the pre-sale. I should do that. I could do it right now on the show,
I
actually.
think you have like 3 days.
Oh God!
I did see some people saying that they were gonna that they make you verify a bunch of things, like
Is it gonna ask for my social security number?
No, but some people had to like send in a selfie to like prove they were a human person.
What?
Yeah. Well, like, okay. You and I complain
Tour.
enough about
Yeah.
bots getting tickets. Like that's a good way to make sure that
Yes.
they don't.
Yeah. When is this? Okay. He is playing Phoenix in August. So
Yikes.
yeah, so he's
Hot.
gonna be playing in the middle of the summer at a
Ugh,
ballpark whose AC barely freaking works anymore.
bad. Mm,
Why? Oh, he's playing
yeah,
Rose Bowl. That'd be
that's
fun.
cool.
Coors
My
Field.
parents
That'd
have
be
done a
hell. That'd be
couple of
fun as hell
shows
too.
at Chase Field, and they always say it's just hot, and they've been like waiting in the line to get in, like in the street
Yeah.
downtown, you know.
Ugh.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
But yeah, if you're listening to this, by the time you listen to this, I think the pre-sale will be closed. Um, that doesn't mean that you can't try and bribe your friends to get you an extra ticket if you're
Yeah.
interested in going to see Mr. Noah Khan on this round of the tour, depending on
What do
how
you do?
expensive tickets are.
Yeah. I mean, it's if they're stadiums, I feel like the tickets will be, like 50, $60, like get in. That's,
Sure.
that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, why isn't this working? Okay.
I was not fine with paying out the door a little over $80 for a lawn seat at Pitbull.
Right.
And
What the hell is my damn
there's no
password?
parking. I don't know. Why are you asking me? Uh, and there's no free parking at that venue anymore. There used to be, and they don't let you bring in lawn chairs anymore like they used to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all like rent a lawn chair, pay for parking, or like
Right.
I guess you could bring a blanket or whatever. So it's just miles of upcharges.
That's my
I would love
old
to have a seat.
Ticketmaster account. Jesus. Hello? Oh, here we go. I think this is it. Got it. Okay. This better be right.
I hope so.
And I think yes, we're in.
We're in. Good.
Okay. Artist presale. We'll email you a reminder with your presale link the day before it starts. All right. We are good. We're good. I didn't have
We're
to
in.
enter any weird information or anything. So yeah, I put in for
I
San
didn't either, but I
Diego,
saw some people that did.
and Phoenix. So
Oh, San Diego would be a good show. What date is that?
August the 17th.
Yeah. Yeah, probably can't swing that. It's a shame it's not close enough to like SDCC where we could like try and roll it into one trip.
That would be dope. Yeah. Yeah, we got lucky
Yeah.
with the Padres playing there last year, which was like
We
I said,
did.
they never do.
And they're not this year.
Yeah.
I checked, but yeah, that was a stroke of good luck.
Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, that's coming up. Excited for that. That should be fun. Looking forward to this album. He worked with Aaron Dessner on this record. So that's awesome. Looking forward to that. Yeah. All right. Any more tracks of the week you got this week?
Honestly, no. No, that was my big one. I was waiting for to come out, and then we were encompassed with the Grammys. I do want to shout out. Hold on. What is this album called? This album is called. Hold on. Bloom by Durand Bernard. He won. They won. I'm not certain. I'm gonna say they. They won their first Grammy last night after I think a lot of years of trying, and this was nominated in one of the R&B categories, and it was a really great. It's a really great record. There's a lot of good stuff off of it. One of the tracks that I pulled is Overqualified, and also the title track Generous. There's 15 songs on this. Came out this year. It's just a little over an hour, so it's a tight hour. And great acceptance speech as well. You might have seen the video or the GIF of people like running down the aisle, Price is Right style, to the front to receive a Grammy award, and this was that artist. So that was fun. it was reminiscent of Boy Genius tearing down the aisles
Yeah.
during the pre-show in
Yeah.
2023 with like ska music play. It was very fever dream.
Yes.
Um, but I love seeing people get excited and seeing artists win their first Grammy. And this is a good record. I don't know that much about R&B, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Very nice. Very good. Uh, we would like to wind up this episode real quick, talking about Catherine O'Hara, who passed away last week. Absolute legend. We love Catherine O'Hara. Beetlejuice, among other things. Obviously, Schitt's Creek. She was awesome in that. Moira Rose. Pour one out for Moira. Her favorite, and during Moira's favorite season, award season, which is going on right now. Yeah, so I've been watching. I watched a couple of her movies this week, in that I'd never seen to honor Catherine O'Hara. So, yeah, big loss. And she was, of course, in the studio and was great in the studio. So,
Yeah, that's a tough one. Is like she actively had ongoing projects and was attending things, and it just sort of feels like now there's a big gap that won't ever truly be filled. Schitt's Creek is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. It's one of the few that I've been able to rewatch all the way through. I'm not a big rewatcher, but there's something about this that just the dynamic of it worked so well, and it was just a testament to how good everybody involved in it was, at their craft and the things that they've done. And she was a major part of that show. My mom and I, to this day, will still, every time somebody's cooking something, we're quoting about folding in the cheese or the silly fruit wine spiel, or when David goes missing and they find him like with the Amish. And those are just random pulls. The whole thing is incredible for a million different reasons. And she was a huge part of that. And obviously very good in Beetlejuice, Home Alone, iconic. Yeah, it's a tough one. That one really hurt. And I think we're starting to see that there's like artists of a certain sort of like age range and period of time, like Diane Keaton, that are starting to leave us, and they're starting to hit harder and harder. And I'm understanding now why so many people are broken up when celebrities pass away. But like, we'll always have the art that they made and the things that they loved and what they put into it, and that's a gift, right? Like, even though she's gone, you can always put on a movie that she was in and enjoy her brilliance years and years from now. It's the same thing with music. Like, you can listen to an artist that's no longer here with us because they loved something so much to create it and put it on film or put it on tape and give it to us. And that's a gift, honestly. So we thank her for that.
yes. Yeah, I watched Best in Show and Waiting for Guffman this week, and both of those movies also star Eugene Levy too. So it was the two Roses in those movies, and there's both movies are so funny. It's like this. They're both like a mockumentary style, kind of, and one's focused on a dog show, and the other's focused on this like community theater project, and yeah, and she's great in both of them. Eugene Levy's great in both of them. I think you'd really like Best in Show because I think our senses of humor are very similar, and Best in Show just has so many good one-liners in it. It's just, it's so damn silly. Like, it's just, yeah, it's the characters are so memorable and like so out there and weird and funny that like it's a good. Both are great watches. Best in Show and Waiting for Guffman.
Honestly,
Recommend
might
them.
watch that tonight. It's free.
It's on Pluto TV, so you can watch them for free right now. So
It's also on
yeah.
Netflix if you have Netflix.
So I'd recommend both of those. I did like Best in Show better than Waiting for Guffman, but I think both are good movies. So
There you go.
yeah, and then one last movie recommendation, and one movie non-recommendation. I saw Send Help last
Yeah,
week,
what'd you
the new
think?
Sam Raimi movie. I loved it. It was I've always been a big fan of Sam Raimi and his style and his sense of humor, and Send Help is like the perfect encapsulation of why I love Sam Raimi's work. Like, uh, it so much of it was funny. Rachel McAdams is incredible. Dylan O'Brien is great. There are some gross out moments in it. And there are some like bloody moments in it, and it was really really good. I loved it a lot. I give it 4 stars. Highly recommend it. Um, Really easy watch. I think it is like 2 hours, but I liked it a lot. And then the ending is batshit insane, and it's really fun. So go check it out if you have time.
Right? Yeah, I was interested in that one. It looks good. My
Uh,
parents might have gone to see that one.
and then my non-recommendation of the week is
Oh,
okay. Do you like? Are you a fan of the Hunger Games movies?
sure.
Me
I
too.
haven't seen what is the one with Rachel Zegler. I've not seen that one. The Songbirds and Snakes one.
Yeah.
But I saw all the originals,
Yes.
and I'm kind of interested in the Sunrise on the Reaping. I like the cast.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I love the Hunger Games movies. I actually rewatched them. I think maybe last year I went and I watched all 4 again, and like, great. Honestly, like they're so good. They're really really good. Um, and so I watched the prequel Hunger Games: Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Yeah, that one, the Rachel Zegler one.
Yeah, 2.5 stars. This movie was bad, dude. It's not.
Okay,
It
that
was
movie
not
has a
good.
good song though. It has the Can't Catch Me Now by Olivia Rodrigo from that soundtrack.
Sure.
Okay, it's good. Do you remember that Taylor Swift wrote a song for the Hunger Games soundtrack?
Yeah.
Yeah, still a great song to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I heard mixed things. I didn't read that book either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It. No. It was so long, dude. It was 2.5 hours,
Mm.
and it's focused on like the main character of the movie is Snow, who is the
Mhm.
fastest piece of shit from their first movies, and you're like, why the hell are we focused on this guy when we know that he's gonna become the fascist dictator? And I'm like, I don't care about this guy at all. Rachel Zegler was perfectly fine. She was nice, you know.
Yeah.
I liked her version of the tree song. I like
Yeah.
that.
The Hanging Tree. Yeah.
Yeah,
What is she? Lucy Gray? Is that her character's name?
Lucy Gray. Yeah,
There you go.
Lucy Gray.
Yeah.
Um,
Don't we eventually find out that like this isn't really a spoiler. These movies have been out for a long time. But don't we eventually find out that like President Coin is like worse than Snow though?
uh, Katniss murders Coin in the
Correct. Yeah.
movies.
But don't we find out like she's worse, arguably?
I don't recall.
I just have a hard time believing that I don't know, you could justify that. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean that's why that movie is good. I think. Yeah, and then the new one is coming out later this year, and like I said, the cast is awesome. I think Jesse Plemons isn't Jesse Plemons in that movie. I think he is.
Probably.
Yeah, he plays. I think he's gonna play Plutarch Heavensby.
He is, yep. He is a young Plutarch Heavensby.
uh, okay, let's see who else is in that movie. Do you have the list pulled up?
Yes, actually. Let's see. Oh, that is Jesse Plemons still. Okay, hold on. Okay, Sunrise on the Reaping. An unknown person, to my knowledge. Joseph Zada as Haymitch. McKenna Grace is in it. Elle Fanning is playing Effie Trinket. Love that.
That's great.
Um,
Yeah,
Ray Fiennes is President Snow.
go
Maya
legend.
Hawke is playing Wyrus. Jesse Plemons is Plutarch. Glenn Close is in
Glenn
this.
Close.
Fantastic. They're saying Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson will reprise their roles.
Yeah,
Uncertain. Kieran Culkin is Caesar Flickerman.
that's gonna be so fun.
Then Iris Apatow is in it. Billy Porter is in it. Lily Taylor is in it. Big list.
Yeah.
Not
They
all
put
these
out
names whom I recognize, but
the trailer that they put out looked cool. So I think this movie's gonna be better than the other one, the last one. I'm actually looking forward to this one. I think it should be good.
the thing that's interesting to me is that Donald Sutherland, who was President Snow, Kiefer Sutherland looks exactly like him. That would have been like a slam dunk casting.
Mm-hmm.
I understand why they went the different direction, though. I like Ray Fiennes, but
Yeah, Ray Fiennes excellent. If you think about it, he's gonna have played two of the like two of the most like well-known villains in pop culture of the last 25 years because he played Voldemort obviously, and now he's gonna play Snow.
I thought you were gonna say the chef from The Menu.
Also, yeah, also a great movie.
Big Bad.
All right. Anything? I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else?
I don't really have anything else.
Yeah.
Close to what should have been nominated for a Grammy, but you all know that already. We'll see you next year for Noah Khan's sweep.
Yeah.
Of the folk categories.
Yes. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode of the show. Episode 100. Stay tuned. Yeah. Stay tuned for more details on our eventual live stream extravaganza.
And you can start following us at OHOBC Pod on Twitch as well. I know it's not listed in our silly little infographic down here, but we're the same thing over on Twitch if you want to like get a head start.
Yes. So that'll be coming soon, and we'll figure out which charities we want to play for, and that should be fun. 24-hour stream, Red Bull and Inshallah.
Let's do it. One of our Wi-Fi's will 100% quit before the 24 hours is up, but and you can bet on that on Polymarket. Just kidding. We don't encourage gambling. Don't do that. Call the hotline.
Did not have Polymarket mentioned on the show. But here we are. All right, everybody. Yeah. Thanks for watching for 100 episodes of this, whatever this may be. And yeah, follow us at OWBC Pod everywhere. And we'll talk to you for episode 101 next week. See you later, everybody. Goodbye.